Alright, so I was reading the comments from yesterday's video, and apparently the steering column I have out of my later Mark II, the parts car, already has the adapter on it to make the steering column in my car go from a small spline to a large spline. Now, I thought that entire piece was just one unit, but apparently it's not. And I came out here and I looked at this one, which is the newer one, and you can see kind of where it tapers off right there. That is the adapter. I should be able to pull off of this one, put onto this one, and then run the newer style large spline steering wheels in my early Mark II. Now, I had no idea this was a thing. I was going to order one of these, but I already got one. So we'll see how fun it is to try and pull it off there, but it's cool, I already got it. So unfortunately, I don't have like a puller tool I need to get one, but what I do have is a hammer. And with a hammer, all things are possible. So a little bit of PB blaster on here, and look at that. Popped her right off. So this is the adapter that goes on to, which now this is a small spline. This goes on top and makes it a large spline. Very convenient. So shout out comment section. You guys are awesome. So now that we have our fancy adapter, the question is, which wheel do we use? Now I have a 2-spoke back over there. I've got a Mark II, a Mark III, and a Mark IV. Wouldn't use those ones, but I have them necessary, which you can see here. This is the large spline and our adapter. Voila, perfect fit, no problem, good to go. So more than likely, it'll either be this wheel here out of the Mark II, the newer one, that is leather wrapped and stitched, very nice wheel. Or I have the wood Momo in here that was in Miley years ago. I bought this wheel back in 2013 in Soho, and I think I want to put this one in the car first, see how it looks. And if not, we'll go with probably that one. I've had this wheel for such a long time. Look at this beauty. Now, she's not in perfect shape. She has little nicks here and there. The faceplate's a little bit faded, but the Mark II is a little bit old and faded. So you know what? I think it might fit nicely. Like I said, I bought this 2013, my first year at Soho back in Helen, and I just think super nice wheel. So if you haven't seen, this is our current wheel setup in the car. It's not bad, but not my favorite. Steering wheel option number 1, which is the leather Mark II one, which actually I quite like this a lot. I still want to see that one on, but this fits the car very nicely. So steering wheel option number 2, we've got the Momo in the car. The 4-spoke design, I've always loved this wheel, and they do make a light wood shift knob that would match this perfectly. We could swap to later on. I don't love the yellow in the horn button, which is why when I had this wheel in Miley, I had the all black horn button, but for the time being, I don't mind it. Plus, paired with the wood shift knob, I think would make a very, very nice combo in the car. So after a bunch of back and forth, because I am very indecisive, the decision has been made, and the winner is, ooh, the Momo. Look how good looks in the car. Went through, cleaned up all the wood, polished up the arms there. I mean, she just looks right at home in the car. I will later on swap this out for probably the all black one and probably get the matching shift knob. But as it sits, such a nice touch to the car. So the plan now for the rest of the day, I want to wash the Mark II, and I was told by a friend there's actually a local Volkswagen car meet that goes on not too far from here. So I think tonight we're gonna take the Mark II to its very first car meet, right? Yeah, this will be the Mark II's very first car meet. I wanted to bring this car with John over to Daytona for the turkey rod run, but that's back when the car was still automatic and I couldn't risk the car being stranded over there. So sadly the Mark II didn't make it, but this will be the Mark II's very first meet tonight. Get for it. Absolute beauty. I made the mistake in saying tonight was going to be the Mark II's very first car meet, totally forgetting we just went to Ace Cafe in this car. But this will be the first car meet in the Mark II with a manual and lowered, so it still kind of counts. So I was going through a bunch of my parts boxes hoping to find a spare wood shift knob to toss the Mark II. Sadly I did not, but I did find, and I'm not sure how I feel about it just yet, but this is another piece that was in Miley years ago. This was a new old stock Sparko, like full chrome shift knob. Kind of matched the back of the car. Got the chrome on the steering wheel, the chrome on the dash, and then the window cranks as well. So it kind of matches everything, kind of flows pretty nicely. Not 100% sure how I feel about it, but I think it adds a nice little touch to the car. So yeah, the Mark II, nice and clean, new steering wheel, new shift knob. I mean, the car's looking pretty good. We have a beautiful Florida sunset going on. It's currently only 5:45. The meet doesn't start until about 8:30, so have a couple hours to kill, but hopefully tonight is a good turnout and we can see a bunch of cool cars. running smooth like a champ per usual. Got the new steering wheel, got the new shift knob, ready to go. We only have a short drive over to the meet. It is 8:43 now, fashionably late. See how this goes. Really wish my wipers would do would do anything at all, but I have the defroster on, so hopefully it takes care of this. I don't know. We'll just give her a quick wipe down first, just so I can, you know, I can see. So much better. Clean windshield is definitely the way to go. Also, if you can see, my steering wheel is finally nice and aligned again. Love to see it. She's not bad. I'm definitely not matted all the way to the floor. My throttle cable is still zip tied, so I don't want to snap it and be stranded, but she's definitely got a lot more pep than the automatic, so can't complain. And the car doesn't sound bad at all. Not a bad sound of this thing, I love it. So much more fun to drive this car now. Made it to Ollie's Bargain Outlet. There's not a ton of cars yet, but there is a Scirocco and there's 2 wagons, so see what we get. All right, we are relocating. So I was parked over there, but now I'm parked in the Cool Kid line next to this really nice bagged Mark 8 GTI. Cool cars here for sure. We'll do a quick walk down the line. I really like this. I like this a lot. Two-liter, 16-valve Scirocco on some ATS cups. We got a wagon and another wagon. Should have brought the wagon, actually. Cool little lineup. Definitely a fan of this thing. It's so clean, man. I love it.
Thanks. It's the factory paint except for that top of that front fender.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so bright. Thanks.
I gotta get the antique plates for my car.
Yeah, you do.
I think all of my cars but one qualify, which is crazy.
That's awesome.
This thing's sick.
Thanks, man.
Nice little sound. Yeah, this thing's sick. Definitely nice little turnout. I like that. Good old 2.0. Reminds me of Tony's car. And then the Mark 8. Quieter than expected. I like this car though. A lot of people don't like the Mark 8. I've always been a fan. I think it looks good. And then last but not least, the little Mark 2. Not a bad day. So not a super huge meet, but honestly, this is what I prefer, a small group of good people. Everyone here was super cool, a lot of nice cars, and I've only met one of them before, but almost everyone here has been in the Volkswagen game for a long time. So most of the people that I know, they also know, so small world kind of thing, but definitely had a good time. They do this, I want to say, every Friday. So if you're out by the Ollie's Bargain Outlet on a Friday night, come hang out. Definitely had a good time. Again, like I said, I like the smaller meet. It's not rowdy. No one's doing burnouts. It's nothing crazy. This was chill. Some good cars, some good people. I enjoyed this. It's also kind of funny how like small world and you're always in the right place at the right time kind of thing. Because the one guy that I knew here who actually told me about this meet earlier in the week, he had bought some seats from me I think 2 weeks ago, and he just so happens to own a body shop very, very close by, and I think he's going to be the one to paint the Zenner body kit for the wagon. So it's always funny how things just kind of work out. fun to drive now. Little race car. So I don't know when exactly, but I definitely want to swap the headers onto this car soon, because this thing sounds cool now, but I bet this thing like would sound so good with the full exhaust. I just really don't want to do it, but I need to. This thing sounds so cool up in the RPMs. It would sound so good with the full exhaust and the headers. But like, just thinking about working back there, I'd almost rather pull the entire engine out to put the exhaust on than have to try and work in the car. We'll see. But I enjoy this car. I love this thing. Also, the speed on this road is 45. I have no speedo. I don't know how fast I'm going, so we're gonna chill out and make it home tonight and not get arrested, but I'm loving the Mark II. You know, she's actually not half bad. Actually, not half bad. I'm gonna get pulled over. The officer's gonna say, do you know how fast you're going? And I'm gonna say, no, sir. I don't know how fast I'm going, but did you hear how cool my car sounded? And I'm gonna get arrested. But it's okay, because honestly, that wasn't that bad. Not like fast, but like wasn't bad. And it sounded cool doing it, so not bad. Little 1.8. Not too bad. All right, we've made it home. The Mark II, like always, has run like an absolute champ. Manual swapping this car was the best thing that ever happened to this thing. It's so much fun to drive. It's reliable again. Like, just a good car, you know? Just a really solid car, and I enjoy this thing. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.